Hey there, my name is Amanda Paulk, and you are watching Vox Populi. This is a segment where I play a game with a bunch of different people and get their hot take on the game right after we're finished playing. The game this week is Ark Nova. This is a game that a lot of people, including myself, have been really excited and enthusiastic about. And so I was curious to see what some of my friends thought. And so with no further ado, in one word, how would people describe Ark Nova?
Intriguing.
Anxiety.
Engrossing.
Chill.
Thematic.
Monkeys.
Because of the way the card drafting and tableau building and board interact in this game and the tags on the cards, this game gets compared a lot to Terraforming Mars, which feels fair. And folks also thought that a familiarity with Terraforming Mars made it easier to learn.
So I am more familiar with Terraforming Mars. I thought this was a lot cleaner and it was simpler, especially for somebody who isn't particularly good with game mechanics. And the turns were a lot snappier, where Mars you have cards that you have to interact with every turn. This game you really didn't. You had one or two things you had to do every turn, some of them chained. It was super easy, I loved it. It was great.
I'm also more familiar with Mars, and this is similar conceptually, so I think that helps with like launching into the game, is having that as like a baseline understanding of gameplay.
Now, this is not a short game. The games I've played have lasted between 2.5 to 3.5, sometimes up to 4 hours. So it's a game that you are in for a while, but it's a game that most folks I've played with have found very engaging, and that you're really like thinking the whole time, and that even after 3.5 hours, you want to play more, which to me has been a good sign.
Very engrossing. It's like, and what's amazing about it to me is it's actually the same length as the first game. It was about 2.5 hours. I felt like I could have played for like at least another like half an hour longer. And I think that's like a really good sign, because I've definitely played lots of games that lasted 2 hours that I would have wanted to play for half an hour less.
I was surprised when it came to an end and we were on our last turn, and I wanted to keep playing because by the time we reached our last couple turns, I felt like I had gotten the hang of it.
The downside, it is very long. It's a really long game. And I still feel like the points is a little disappointing for how long it is.
There were lots of opinions about the different strengths and weaknesses of this game, but it was overall pretty positively received. I know it's been a bit of a earworm for me. I think about it even when I'm not playing it, and so I anticipate this is one that's going to get played a lot more in the future.
Yeah, so for me, I like that the racing aspect of the game, because you feel that you have to finish first. You have to make those markers cross first, otherwise you're going to lose. But at the same time, you want to have as many victory point conditions at the end, so that when they do cross and you do the end scoring, they go away from each other even more and get more points.
And the only problem I had with the game was just the luck factor, and at the beginning it's a little harder to get more cards into your hand, and I just couldn't get the right cards into my hand to get myself set up for success later on.
Also really didn't get the benefit of upgrading the cards and like flipping them over to get the added actions, because it didn't feel like that the new actions, the upgrade, were really that strong, important, and add to the play a lot. I understand that it's like just another like hoop you have to jump through to be able to do other things in the game, but I don't feel like they're all that great.
Did you feel differently?
I feel very differently about it. But that's probably just because I'm real salty, because there's this animals card, and if I had upgraded it, the combos that would have happened with the sweet dugong that I could have played would have been amazing.
What would you recommend people do right here on the board, Sky? When people get to this point of the board, what do you think they should do?
I might recommend that you upgrade one of your cards, because it turns out there are not very many ways to do those. Not very many ways to do those.
I like how you're working on a lot of different you have to manage a lot of different things. I like that the cards, you get to pick which action you want to do, and then they become better the longer you take between the number of times you do them. I really liked the tile laying aspect of designing your zoo, and I thought the cards were really cute and fun.
You have to really plan out your actions to the point that it becomes kind of like chess, because you got to do this and then that and then this and then at some point it becomes so convoluted that you kind of get lost in what you need to do. But because of that, there is always this rush that I get, like, oh, I gotta do this so I can do that, and it's not an idle game. Like, I feel like I'm in the game the entire time. So that was a big plus for me, especially because it's such a long game.
So there you have it, Ark Nova. I'd love to hear what you think about this game in the comments below. And until next time, my name is Amanda Paulk. Happy gaming.